name is Katrin, and today I'm holding my second speech, which is the process speech. The topic that I would like to cover today is I would like to explain and describe the process of how to get into a graduate school program in psychology. I would like to get you more information about the individual steps that you need to take in order to get into such program. I myself am a psychology student. I'm an undergrad. I'm currently a junior, and once I transferred into the psychology department, I was faced with a lot of information, so that was a little overwhelming. So I hope I'll be able to point out the steps for you in order to get into a graduate school. The earlier you know that you're interested in going into graduate school, the better, so that way you have more time in order to prepare for yourself. But even though if you find out later in your undergraduate career, it's not a problem. You just need to be very disciplined in order to get those done. First of all, it's most important that you have a very good GPA. If you don't have that, it's probably not very smart to continue with the process. The next thing that you should really consider is you have to evaluate your strengths and your weaknesses, and in order to find out if graduate school is even an interest for you. In order to do that, there is Dr. Appleby is a professor that I took classes with, and he's also the director of undergraduate studies here at IUPUI, and he did some research on what graduate schools are looking for, and they're looking for students that are very motivated, they're hardworking, they like to do research, and they also like to write lengthy papers. So if you don't feel that you have these skills, or that you don't like to do those things, then that should probably be not a route that you should consider. There are other things that you should do in order to apply for a graduate program, and there are activities that you do besides taking your classes. Such activities could be to join the psychology club at your school, or to join a professor and doing or helping him with his research. Since there are so many programs in psychology, it's hard to find the program that's right for you. So there are programs varying from clinical psychology to developmental psychology or social psychology. So therefore you have to find the school that you feel you have most interest in. And since there's so many, you can either go on the web and do research, but I purchased a book which is only around $20, and it's called the APA Guide to Graduate School. It was published by the American Psychology Association, and the book is such a helpful tool since it provides you with a lot of information about all the accredited programs in psychology, but further gives information about how many people applied during the last years, how many people actually get into their programs, and also how much the tuition is going to be, and also about if there are fellowships or teacher assistantships available. So you could research the book and find those schools that you're most interested in. When you become a junior, you should probably have a list of around 10 schools. 10 schools would be the least that you should combine. So you should have a list of these 10 schools, and 3 of those schools should be schools that you are your dream schools that you would like to get into, but you're not sure. And another 3 schools should be schools that is kind of easier to get into, and another 3 schools you should be kind of certain that you would get into. And another option is to have you apply to a master's degree. That way you have all options open, and just gives you a little bit more variety. After you selected your 10 schools, it is important to plan the actual documents or the things that you have to submit to the school. And first of all, the most important thing is the GRE, which is the Graduate Record Examination exam. So that is a lengthy examination which usually takes around 4 hours and tests your vocabulary and math skills. So since it takes around 6 weeks for the testing center to submit your scores, you should think about scheduling an appointment as soon as you know which schools you're applying to, and schedule that no later than October, since most of the schools have their deadline starting in December, going until January or February, so that way you're on the safe side and it gives you time to prepare yourself for this. Other documents that you have to request are letters of recommendation, and most of the time you need 3. They should ideally come from your departments or from professors that you took classes with, and from faculty members. Another thing that you need to request, or your official your official transcript would need to be sent to the school directly. So that is another thing, and in addition, you need to submit a curriculum vitae and also a personal statement with an application that sometimes can be in form of paper or online. It depends on the school, so you would have to find out by going on the website from the school. And most of the time they also have an application fee that you have to submit. After you collected and created all these documents and you successfully submitted them by the deadline that the school has stated, the only thing you can do is basically wait, and some schools, they will contact you in order to schedule an interview with you, but other times they will just get back with you either to accept or deny you. So most of the time they get back with you at around April, so by that time you should know, and you can then, if you would not get accepted, sometimes there are options like wait list. So these are all the steps you need to take. Since it's not a guarantee that you will get into a graduate program, it's always important to have another plan, a plan B that you can do just in case it is not going to work out. So it is very wise to kind of research other possibilities that you can do just with your bachelor's degree. So finally, I hope I was able to give you some more insight in the process and describe some of the steps that you need to take in order to apply for graduate schools in psychology, and I hope those were some helpful information for you that if you are interested in graduate school, that help you to successfully master those. So always keep in mind, it's not the end if you don't get into graduate school. There are always options available for you. So